Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today guys, I want to talk to you about the new fusion that is going to come to the game next week on Monday. It is going to be a classic fusion and we're going to look at the kit, we're going to look at what Raid said about it, but before we jump into that, I just want to say I told you so. If you've been following my YouTube and my Twitch for quite a while, you know that I've been consistently talking about Raid doing something about the Fire Knight. So if you've seen the Call of the Arbiter episode called Gnut, which is obviously going to be the fusion champion, you've seen that they were fighting Fire Knight. Well, Fire Knight 10 hard is obviously the hardest counter in the game. Honestly, it's harder than Nightmare Hydra from my point of view, and as you can see, I'm on my main account. I can beat everything full auto, but I could not push too much higher to get a fast team for stage 10. Well, we're gonna talk about this champion, and basically this champion is, as I've been calling and as I've been saying, the legendary version of Allure that we needed. So let's look at the champion himself, and you know what, before we do that, let me just pull the game back up and let's read what Raid is saying about Gnut. So they are saying like this: Gnut's going to be a dwarf legendary defense spirit champion, and it says like this: if you need some help in Fire Knight's castle, Gnut is a perfect match for both normal and hard mode. Having 3 hits on the A1 allows Gnut to break the Fire Knight shield faster, and same as the counterattack on his A2, and decreases his turn meter with each hit on normal mode. So every time you do hits on normal Fire Knight, you can decrease the turn meter with the A1, kind of same thing you can do with an Allure, Armiger, V6, whatever. And if we're talking about the hard mode, the ability to place a freeze debuff will definitely be helpful. Yes, you heard it right, he's gonna have a freeze on the A1. They also say he's also come in handy with Hydra thanks to his single target A3, as it damage scales on his defense and targets HP. So he's gonna have enemy max HP hit on his A3. That's massive. Like, I'm not sure what the multipliers are. We're obviously gonna check that later when we get access to that, but he's gonna be amazing. Quite an interesting passive as well. It allows Gnut to deal full damage, and it's not just 75%. So that's what Raid said about it. Now let's look at it ourselves. So we have Gnut over here. He has awesome kit. Like, I'm so excited about this because, like I said, he's gonna be a god for Fire Knight. He's obviously gonna be 100% not skippable. If there was ever a legendary champion that was not a skip, maybe I said this in the past, but this guy is definitely not a skip. Gnut is not a skip. You will 100% want to get him because he's gonna help your Fire Knight team. Does not matter which mode. If you're talking about normal mode, if you're talking about hard mode. And it's all about his A1. Dwarven Might. Attacks one enemy 3 times, kind of like Allure. Each hit has an 80% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 15%. Allure does 25, but still, 15% is still huge, and compared to Allure, as an example, he's Spirit Affinity, so you can fight, for example, stage 20 of Fire Knight without worrying about weak hits. But this is the bonkers move that I'm so excited for my main account that says next: if the target's turn meter is not decreased, hard mode Fire Knight, each hit has a 100% chance when booked of placing freeze debuff on the target for 1 turn instead. Yes, yes, yes. This is what I was talking about all along. This is what they needed to release in order for us to have a viable option of fighting Fire Knight on hard mode with using the freeze mechanic. Because right now, if you don't have a Valkyrie and Cardiel, you cannot do stage 10 hard. Well, Gnut is gonna open up that option for us. Maybe still with Valkyrie, maybe with ally attacks. There's definitely gonna be a way. And the awesome thing about him is not just his A1. Like, his A1 is gonna be godly for Fire Knight, as I mentioned, and he's definitely gonna be instantly 6-star once I get him on the main account. But let's check his other skills. His A2, Fury of the King, attacks all enemies, so an AoE hit, has a 100% chance when booked of placing decreased attack. That's amazing. And weaken debuff on all enemies. Amazing. AoE weaken and decrease attack. That's gonna make it awesome for Hydra, for any other content in the game where you want decreased attack. That's perfect. Also places counterattack buff on this champion for 2 turns. Again, when we're talking endgame, guess what? Having the counterattack on himself means he's not only gonna help with that for the Fire Knight, because every time he counterattacks, 3 hits, but he will also be able to be a mischief target for you for Hydra. So if you want to build him for Hydra to bring decreased attack, weaken, and mischief targeting with some triple hits, that's going to be a viable option. Then on the A3, Blessed Bash attacks one enemy 3 times. Again, triple hitter. Again, awesome for Fire Knight. Each hit decreases the target's defense by 3%, stacks up to 30%. That's going to be massive. Each hit also heals this champion by 30% of damage dealt. So something that's amazing about this one, even though it does not say here, from what I've read from you, from the notes from Raid, this hit does not only scale off of defense, it also scales off of enemy max HP. So this one's gonna be a enemy max HP hit. That's gonna be huge. Again, Fire Knight, because after you get past a certain stage, you know, the bosses have so much more HP that you need to do some crazy damage in there, and Giant Slayer and War Masters are not enough. So bringing enemy max HP as well is huge. This one could be, again, amazing for Hydra because he can bring a mischief tank, mischief tanking, decrease attack, weaken, and then hits. Or you can just ignore his decrease attack and weaken, just build him to be a mischief tank and to do some damage. Because damage that scales off of max HP, again, does not say here, you only need crit damage. You don't care about his defense for that, just crit damage, and he's gonna be awesome. Also on the passive, no holding back, when counterattacking deals 100% damage instead of 75%. For those of you that do not know, ally attacks and counterattacks only deal 75% of your actual damage. So if you do an A1, you do 100%. If you join with an ally attack or counter attack, you only do 75% of that damage. Also, he has a massive aura. Increases ally accuracy in dungeons by 80. So as an example for Fire Knight, run him in the lead, and you're gonna need so much less accuracy to build your team. This is massive. Like, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes maybe people say like, oh, you're overhyping a champion or not, or you're doing this, you're doing that. Trust me, I'm not overhyping Gnut. He's 100% gonna be a god for any account. Does not matter if you're early game, mid game, end game. Maybe people that are extremely end game and already have Valkyrie's Cardial and all those scenes built and can do 5 Night 10 hard on stage 10, they will not care about him, but everybody else, you're gonna want him. Because like I said, this A1 is gonna be amazing for normal Fire Knight because you decrease the turn meter, and then from hard mode Fire Knight because again you decrease the turn meter by applying that freeze mechanic. Again, if you do not know, every time you freeze, you place a freeze on the Fire Knight, you decrease its turn meter by 15%. So basically this one is the same thing. It just on normal it decreases by doing the turn meter, and then on hard with the freeze. The thing that I love about this, and I was scared, is the fact that it specifically says here, each hit. So all 3 hits will place freeze, which means that's gonna be 45 turn meter drop, 45% turn meter drop every time he does an A1. This is massive. I'm extremely excited. I'm definitely looking forward to this. On Monday, the fusion's gonna start. It's gonna be a classic fusion. Keep an eye out for my YouTube channel, because tomorrow I'm gonna have a collab with Scratch, but on Scratch's side, we're gonna be talking about how you can make classic fusions easy. So definitely go and watch that one out tomorrow. But yeah, what do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. Are you gonna go for a Gnut? Did you guys listen to me? Because I kept saying in my last few week or 2 week in my YouTube videos and Twitch, save your shards, save your resources. The next fusion is gonna be amazing, and Gnut is the next fusion, and he's gonna be a god. But yeah, this is gonna be it for the video, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you do enjoy my content, as always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.